Increased time in the temple will help us prepare for the second coming of our Savior, Jesus Christ. We do not know the day or the hour of his coming.
Jesus Christ, it's a fire sound.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. Mormons. In case you missed it because you were on vacation during conference weekend, smearing poop on the White House walls, Nelson humiliated himself by having to confess he's a fraud, a false prophet. It wasn't me, it was him. I've been the one warning you all this time. When the Book of Mormon says it's in the learning of the Jews, it means it's not Christian. It means it's not Jesus. It means there's no second coming. Nelson had to come out and say, I was wrong. I'm a loser. It's just awesome. Scriptures fulfilled for conference weekend. The fall of the great and abominable church. And so now we are waiting for the transfer of authority and the transfer of money, so that those who do believe correctly, because they're literate, can get to Zion and be safe from the coming war that's going to be poured out upon the whole earth. John chapter 10, verse 10, the part that Oakes conveniently left out in his first presidency Easter message this year. The thief cometh not, but to steal, to murder, and to destroy. Joseph Smith helps us with the identity of a thief, and it's one who does not testify of the Jewish Christ. The Bible is Jewish, the Book of Mormon is Jewish, and Joseph Smith Jr. is Jewish. All are Jewish, which means they're not Christian. Christianity was not in existence until Christianity was created. 325 CE with the Council of Nicaea and the Nicene Creed. 1700 years ago this year. And in that creed, they turned the Jewish scriptures into literal history, denying prophecy and day and hour time. It is easy and obvious. Anybody who is capable of reading, this is what damage was done with the Gutenberg Bible. The common folk were beginning to read for themselves the Bible. And the consequences of reading the Word? The fall, the Protestant Reformation, the fulfillment of the prophecy of the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar's statue idol god dream, of the fall of the iron mingled with clay, Christianity. And so, despite this fall, Christianity continued to exist. The orthodoxies that were split before still continued to exist, still continued to con and deceive people. The Protestant Reformation, the Neo-Christianity, still continue to exist to this day. And there are several of them who gave predictions for the latter days. The Millerites that became the Seventh-day Adventists. They predicted the second coming. They were wrong. And yet, they still exist. They still continue to lie and deceive mankind. And so, yes, even with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints under Russell Marion Nelson, false. And they still continue to exist. They're still conning and deceiving. They've been exposed, and now, day 3, the stock market is going to crash again today. Because it already has in Asia. Been checking. Europe, it's well underway. Yep. Germany and Italy are getting hit hard. And we're not done yet. Europe's still going. And so 8:30, that's when the stock market in America begins. I've been trying to save your lives. Telling you the truth of the Word. Warning you of the danger of this great and abominable church. The Danites, as they called themselves. Thomas B. Marsh warned the governor of Missouri. We have that document. We can know of the danger of this church, the evil of this church, their plot to to overthrow the government. So Joseph Fielding Smith is being told some other storyline using Jesus in place of the Danites. It is evil to commit your crime under the guise of religion. And yet, that's Brigham Young. Framed and blamed Joseph. You will be banned from my channel, ex-foe Nevermose, if you dare come on my channel to one video after my 8.5K videos after all these latter days and say Joseph was the fraud. Brigham is the fraud. Brigham framed and blamed Joseph. Brigham created forged documents. Brigham turned Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon Christian. Brigham, Brigham, Brigham. Do your research. Don't listen to lies of other people who don't do their research or who lead this church. You know they're lying to you, and yet you believe their lies about Joseph. God. Stupid. Gathering at Adamondiaman by Voice of the Priesthood, page 291. There will be a transfer of government authority from the usurper and impostor Lucifer to the rightful king, Jesus Christ. BS. Jesus is a fraud. They are using code now. The Danite inner circle knew the truth. That it's the President of the United States of America and the leader of the church when this occurs. It was supposed to be for April 6th. Nelson had to humiliate himself, having been risen from the AI dead, to confess he's a fraud, telling us these whole term of the latter days of his. In the coming day, in the coming days, in the coming day, in the coming days. And then say, no man knows the day. Utter humiliations galore. This was supposed to be a secret combination. Nobody was supposed to know anything about what happened. So that when they failed yesterday, they can then claim that, nobody knows. It's in the text, therefore it must be true. Yeah, it couldn't have been put in by a Christian. I mean, seriously, guys, study your scriptures. Don't fall for these cons. Read. It's fundamental. Revelation chapter 12, verses 1, 2, and 5. A woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, upon her head a crown of 12 stars. She, being with child, travailed in birth and pain to be delivered, and she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. This is obviously not literal history. It's not about Jesus during the Roman period time. This is astronomy. It's a science. It's giving you a day, an hour, a date, a time. That time is the 23rd September 2017. We do know the day and the hour. The Jews know the day and the hour. They were the authors. They gave it to you. It's all over their scriptures. It's right there at the beginning of the Book of Mormon. The beginning of the latter days is 2017. All Jews knew it. The Book of Mormon knew it. Joseph Smith knew it. Because Joseph Smith translation, Revelation chapter 12. There appeared a sign in heaven, day and hour, in the likeness of things on the earth. Verse 5 got moved to verse 3. That's why I included it. Verse 7, the child is Christ, the Jewish Christ, who shows up in 2017 on the 23rd September, the Jewish Christ. And since it's Joseph, it means the Christ is a Mormon. The church, yeah, the woman. Signs in the heavens, likeness of things on the earth. From the great and abominable church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints will come the Mormon to save Mormons from the great and abominable church of Jesus Christ. And Joseph Smith warned you, and you did not listen to him, and so you did not listen to your Christ when he came. He is here. He has done everything so that you would know and not be deceived by the false prophets. And you failed. Joseph Smith says he is our Christ, the Jewish Christ, the man like Moses, from the law of the Jews, Deuteronomy 18 verse 15, but instead takes you to Acts because of what it precisely says, rather than cut off. You have to read it. You can't just trust that he's quoting it correctly. You have to go to Acts. You have to read Acts. And then you will see what he precisely means. When Mormons who do not hear his voice shall be utterly destroyed from among the people. There is a warning. They that come shall burn you, saith the Lord. If you think that's Jesus, well, it's not Jesus hurting people and burning them with his coming, is it? If it's they that come shall burn them, it means it's not Jesus. How could you be fooled by false prophets? They got exposed yesterday, and today they got leaked as by the whistleblower of Ensign Peak Advisors that they are the major stockholder in the stock markets around the world. And the church, having been exposed, is still today, since last night, selling off all their stocks. They got exposed. The time is coming to an end. The actual day that shall burn by they, not Jesus, is delayed. Oops. It's still coming. Because as the stock market continues to tank, people are losing their jobs. People are not able to pay for a life. This is going to result in looting, stealing, plundering, murdering, civil war, world war. And thus the church thinks they're still going to get their kingdom back. To take away your agency because they're not true, remember? Are you still in denial? Are you still thinking that somehow the church is going to pull it off and be true and Jesus will show you, Travis? You're not caught on? The Jewish Christ is here. He showed. All you had to do was run the test, which you didn't do on the false prophets, which you didn't do on Jesus. Run the bleeping test, and you will know the truth. It is not complicated. It's a simple doctrine. It's a simple test. I have proven myself all these years. My #1 video proves myself. There are 40,000 who watched it. Where are you guys? You deny me. That makes you the son of perdition. I'm trying to save your life, and you're thinking I'm the enemy. How demonic is that? Oaks got leaked by a little sister missionary. Oaks confesses that they are the enemy, that they are in charge of all this. That's why it's so humiliating again for Nelson to have failed. Because 2020 was just a test run for right now. Everything that happened in 2020 is not just from the exodus of Moses. And Moses appeared, he showed, he did his stuff, he parted the waters even. That was impressive for me. And still Mormons are in denial. Your Jewish Christ is here, and he's doing battle with the great and abominable church. And Mormons say, bleep you, kill the witch. We're standing with Jesus, who's not real. The second coming, he throws in. They know, because they're the ones who are causing it. They that come shall burn you. It's the church. It's the Danites. It's the ones who framed and blamed and murdered Joseph, stole his religion and scriptures and turned them Christian so that they could profit off of it and use that money to get their kingdom back. That's why they have no authority as a religion. That's why they are stealing money, hoarding it, not taking care of the poor and the needy, the sick and the afflicted, violating the scriptures, dismissing the scriptures, incorrectly interpreting the scriptures, unable to translate. And you are not supposed to know about it. It is a secret combination. Anytime you introduce into an argument something that is not real, you've lost your argument. It's got to be real. It's got to be physical and tangible. The 5 senses. Any introduction of a supernatural, non-existent thing is automatically wrong and false. That should have been easy, and yet still, after 1,700 years of that creation of nothing, over 4 billion people on the earth still believed in it, including Mormons of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who got frauded because it was just a little bit of not real mingled with a body of flesh and bone as tangible as man, face to face, as one man speaketh to another, and you couldn't catch on it's a human mortal baby being, just like you, the Jewish Christ. And so, that's why the final 4 has been changed. And I probably should put failure for the establishment of Zion. But they threatened us. Nelson threatened us, saying, even though we don't know his coming now. It's no longer in the coming days. They're still tanking the economies of the world. They are still seeking to overthrow the governments. We are in a worldwide crisis here of this enemy that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is responsible for. But nobody's supposed to know about it. And nobody does, except for those who come to my channel. I leaked it. I exposed it. I put all the pieces together. I did the research. I did the church history. I did the world history. I put all the pieces of the puzzle together for you. Because I am him. Real simple to understand. And yet Mormons are still going to be in denial, waiting for Jesus. Indoctrinated into this brainwashing of psychology that is destroying Mormon lives. This church fell, and great was the fall thereof, and Mormons will still continue to be in denial. Mormons will still cyber attack me, still seek to murder me, to prove their church is true, enforcing their faith with violence and murder and theft and crime and rape, because that is the Danites. That is who they are. It is Passover time. It's the time for rescuing Mormons. And Mormons don't want to be rescued. You just don't get it when you attack me. You expose yourself as a beam and mote. You should know what a beam and mote is. And yet you don't, because you keep falling into the trap that the Bible warned you not to do. So now we're waiting for the transfer. The church has to hand it over to me so that I can save you. I am kind of surprised that these zombie creatures of extreme age are not dead yet. Like I said, AI for 1984. And you have no idea what 1984 is because you don't watch R-rated movies because the church said it's all bad. It's porn. Words. Run the test on words. Do not be conned by these frauds who got exposed yesterday. And so, we still have some more stuff for Passover. There's some stuff coming. There's some stuff that I need to go over with you and teach you. If you will humble yourself now that you've been exposed, so that you can be saved, the church must hand it over. They're hoarding it by the trillions. This is a sell-off. The church is raking it in. Multi-trillions of dollars now. In full gear, theft mode. This is what they're doing. They need to hand it over. It does not belong to them. This church is Jewish. It belongs to me. I am the rightful leader of this church. Section 107, verses 91 and 92. That is the leader. The keys of the president is the keys of Moses, the Jewish Christ. It is not Peter, James, and John. That's for planting seeds. That's what I've got for you in section 105, or section 101, verse 65. We're going to go over today. unless this church wants to reach out to me and say, we're handing it over for you, come on, sign the papers, and then we'll make a public announcement that we're the frauds and we're giving it to you to save Mormon lives. But I am concerned that they are going to run this government, run this world into the ground to burn it. That if they can't get their kingdom back, nobody will. That's what I'm concerned of, is that this church being exposed as the enemy, exposed as evil, will not hand it over to save your lives. So, that's what we got going now. The end of the world. So yes, they're expecting an Armageddon. A burning still to come. It just failed at the time it was plotted.